Hey, welcome everybody to today's new episode of Hey Pastor. It's a little bit different today. I'm hoping you guys will still listen in and enjoy the episode. Today, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're going to look at this as like a devotional episode for you all. Instead of a question posed to Brian and I'm actually going to be posing the question to you all, and we're going to be looking at it through Scripture. So if you have a Bible, you can certainly flip to it. If not, I'm going to be reading it. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be a lot. But the question we're posing to you all is, where is your strength? Where do you get your strength from on a day-to-day basis? Do you get it from your circumstances? Do you get it from your paycheck? Do you get it from your health? Or even just the general thoughts that go through your mind? You know, if you think you're having a happy day, is that what makes you have one? Is that what makes you have a better day? So are you relying on the strength of your mind? It's a great question to ask. And today we're going to be reading in Habakkuk chapter 3. Habakkuk chapter 3, verses 17 through 19 say the following: Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, the produce of the olive fail, and the fields yield no food, the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no herd in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation. God, the Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like the deer's. He makes me tread on my high places. What we're seeing here from Habakkuk is Habakkuk and God have just had this dialogue essentially about evil and how God doles out justice throughout the world. And what Habakkuk is saying here after this brief dialogue with the Lord is essentially, even though the world is falling apart, even though there is failing crops and not a whole lot of sheep in the flock, I will rejoice in the Lord. And that's a question to pose to you all as well, because at the first part there in verse 17, Habakkuk just lists off a ton of things that give this kind of hypothetical lack. Though the fig tree doesn't blossom, though there's no fruit on the vine, though there's no flock within the fold, all these things that he's saying, even if I lack this, even if we lose our jobs, even if my health fails, even if, this or that or the other, even if, Habakkuk then says, I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation. And then he says, God, the Lord is my strength. So he's just listed all these things that he may be lacking. And then he shifts. He shifts over to what he looks to for strength and what we should as well. And that is the Lord. He says, he makes my feet like the deer's. Notice how he doesn't say the flock. He doesn't say the fruit on the vine makes my feet like the deer's. He doesn't say the fields with food in them make my feet like the deer's. The Lord does. And that's the case for us. We look back on your life. Look back on all of the great things that you have. Believe it or not, we are the wealthiest nation in the world. I'm sure we could all agree on that. But we aren't really lacking like a lot of people out there are. And the Lord has bountifully blessed each one of us with more than we actually need. Not want, need. We're all very blessed in that department. And, through difficult situations, we've all had them. You're still here. You're listening to this right now. You're still going about your day. You still are going through your job or still raising your kids. You're still with your spouse. All of these things. And the reason you're still here is not because your paycheck got you here. It's not because you cracked the code on how to live a perfectly healthy life and never have disease or anything like that, and you're here now. It's not because you are smart enough or this or that or the other. It's because the Lord has brought you through. The Lord has allowed you to tread on high places. Your strength, your ability to get through difficult things doesn't come from how much money you make. It comes from God. Because there may be a day when you lose your job. There may be a day that your health declines significantly. I pray that doesn't happen. I pray nobody loses their job, but that may happen. But what's going to get you through that difficult situation is not the job you just lost. If you were relying on that job and you lose it, now what do? Your entire source of strength is gone. Or if it's your paycheck, or if it's your health or whatever, that thing you were relying on, it's gone now. It's gone. But God, as our strength, does not vanish like a job. It does not decline like our health. God is here to stay. And if the Lord is for us, who can be against us? If the Lord is for you, if the Lord is the one providing you your strength, not your job, not your this, that, or the other, then why do you rely on these things? I would posit that it may be because they make us comfortable. And we don't like being uncomfortable. That paycheck may be really comfy. Your health, of course, provides you with some level of comfort. And when those things are removed or when those things decline, we get uncomfortable. And I would posit that this may be a way that the Lord is telling you, or me, depending on what it is, to stop relying on those things for so much strength. Because our real source of strength doesn't come from that. It comes from God. Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, the produce of the olive fail, and the fields yield no food, the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation. God, the Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like the deer's. He makes me tread on my high places. You are here, not because of your paycheck, not because of your wisdom, not because of your health. You are here because the Lord has put you here, because the Lord has given you the strength to keep moving forward. Rely on Him for that, because one day your paycheck may not be there. You can't take your paycheck with you past the grave. You can't take your health. But if you know Christ, He'll be waiting for you on the other side, ready to embrace you. And if you don't know Christ, I pray that today is the day for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I know this is a little bit different, but I pray you enjoyed it. I pray this provided some encouragement. And as usual, if you don't know Christ, if you don't know if you believe, if you know you don't believe, or if you're unsure, please speak with one of our pastors, speak with one of our Sunday school teachers, speak with somebody. That would make my day. I'm not one of the pastors here personally, but if you came up to me and said, I want to know Christ, man, that would make my day. And I know it would make our pastor's day too if you did the same for them. So again, thank you for listening. Just remember, as usual, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Have a great day. Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Hey Pastor. If you have a question about the Bible, theology, or even day-to-day Christianity, email it to us at podcast@fellowshipchapel.us. Again, that's podcast@fellowshipchapel.us. Your question may be on a future episode. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again next week. And remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.